What up? What up? What up? Jamel Redemption here. RBM DRT. Repairing broken men by doing righteous things. Y'all already know what it is. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. I appreciate it. Here with another semen retention, no fat motivation update. This is day 121 of my streak. But this video is a part 2 of my update of day 120, which was yesterday. Yesterday. Whatever. But yeah. Day 120 was something else. Like I was looking for like some kind of magical, some kind of outstanding sign. Like it's 120. I thought 120 was gonna be written on a blimp in the sky. It wasn't. But whether it was because it was day 120, which the ancients called the Great 100, I do feel a change. I feel something substantial has occurred in my no fap journey. You know, I have an understanding. And I want to share that understanding on this video. The first part of that, I would like to encapsulate in one phrase. I want to reproduce. You know? I think when a lot of content creators who talk about no fap semen retention, we just focus on the retaining. We just focus on the celibacy. We focus on the continence. But we don't really be honest with ourselves. We want to reproduce. We want to reproduce more than ever because we have all this seed. It's like we have an abundance of seed just coursing through our veins, flowing through our bodies, in our reproductive system. We got nothing but seed. You know what I mean? And we don't focus on that enough. We don't focus on the fact that we want to put that seed, we want to plant that seed somewhere. And yeah, I'm not being metaphysical here. I'm not beating around the bush and talking about planting that seed and something that's transmutation wise. No, we want to impregnate a woman. We want to pass on our DNA. We want to pass on our genes. We want to plant our seed in fertile soil. But that's the thing. Especially if you're living in this American society. There's a scarcity of fertile soil. There's always been a scarcity of fertile soil. A virtuous woman. Who can find one? Just because you're on no fap semen retention does not mean that you're the woman of your dreams will just come along and just, be right there in front of your face. Yes, you have the ability to manifest a woman, maybe even a good woman, but the woman of your dreams, yeah, you can manifest her too, but you're going to have to do a lot of work. You're going to have to put in a lot of energy on doing that. Now, although there's a scarcity of fertile soil, in a sense, when I say fertile, I mean optimal soil. Soil that has the right nitrogen. Soil that has the right minerals and nutrients in the ground, where you could plant your seed and water it once and then come back 2 weeks later and there's a whole garden. There's a scarcity of that type of soil. You are not Meteor Man. If you never seen Meteor Man, look at Meteor Man. Peep the scene when he he blew that green fertilizer to the sky, made it rain, and then it was like, woo, voila, instant greenhouse effect. But yeah, you're not just privileged to fertile soil just because you're on semen retention, no fap. Yeah, you are privileged to female attraction. Your magnetism is through the roof. But because we live in America, virtuous women are practically non-existent. You know, we live in a society where the women think they are top of the food chain. You know, it's like you're gonna be hard pressed to find a true feminine woman these days. And with my whole movement, RBMDRT, repairing broken men by doing righteous things, it's just an indication that most of us as men are broken or have some kind of defect. And our attempts to become whole, our attempts to allow the Creator to do His work inside of us and make us better men by way of us taking righteous steps. And that's another thing. The steps of a righteous man are ordered. The steps of a righteous man are ordered. You feel me? So you got to keep walking this walk regardless. But brings me back to my point. I want to reproduce. I want to reproduce, but not like before. Like before No Fap semen retention, I just wanted to reproduce in any kind of soil. I hate to say it like that, but I just was so unclear in my direction of where I was planting my seed. You know? And it goes back to that parable that Christ spoke about the seed planter. You feel me? The seed. Go back to that scripture in Matthew where Christ talk about planting the seed on fertile land. And that's really where I'm getting at too with day 120. This part 2. Yeah, I want to reproduce. But I want to reproduce on fertile soil. This is Jamel Redemption, RBM, DRT, repairing broken men by doing righteous things. Y'all take care of yourself out there.